God, here we go.
The Kardashians have redefined the American dream.
Kimberly calculated from the beginning, how do I become famous?
Literally no one knows. My own family doesn't know. I'm gonna be a mom.
Well, that was a bit of a mashup. Anyway, it's good to have everyone back to this crazy... Oh boy, this crazy story of his. Okay. So, it's good to be back. Obviously, this is not the first stream of the year. My birthday was literally the first stream of the year, but hey. Anyway, everything's good to go. I should be ready to go. Shouldn't be having any issues. Although, I hope that we don't get any issues on the power on the, the phone itself. Anyway, enough of that blabbering. It's good to have everyone back to this. Let's see now. I'm assuming that we're gonna end up dealing with Zeus this time. I'm assuming. I mean, there's literally 3 bosses left that I could think of that I'm gonna end up dealing with. That's Zeus himself, Mr. K, and of course the Tree of Emptiness. All 3 of those I got a feeling gonna end up fighting anyway. And I got a feeling every single one of them is gonna be a tough one. So let's see. Also, if I end up losing, I don't have those blue thingamajigs anymore, that's for sure. In other words, I will be in trouble if I end up failing this. Who knows? Let me just adjust myself here. I think I should be okay there. Anyway. I am the thunder that smites the stars. If that makes any sense. I am the thunder that smites stars. That's definitely Zeus. Section 18. I don't know. How many more sections do we have? Also, forgive me for not streaming this sooner. I gotta say, my sleep schedule really screwed me over this time. And it took me a while to actually recover. I'm not 100% yet, so I have to be careful. If I do feel too sleepy, even tonight, I may end stream sooner than expected. Health has to come first after all. Directly beneath the 5th Tree of Emptiness, Magian. I think that's how you say it. Interstellar mountainous city, Olympus. Great orbital shrine, Olympia. Dodona, the center of its operations. I think we already know about that ever since then. Oh, I had to do the limbo voice. Okay, fine. This will be neither sacrifice nor prayer. All we seek is the King of the Gods' judgment. He has ruled the heavens since the dawn of time, emerging triumphant in no less than 4 machina. By day he rules over clear blue skies. By night he conquers what lies beyond them. He is the wielder of the great thunderbolts, capable of shattering stars, galaxies, and even the very universe. None less than authorities of Uranus and Cronus bow to his will. Not bow. Oh, come on, Rixilla. How in the world? There's no A in it. Oh yes, he is the great demiurge. That's how you say it? There is a demi and there is urge, so I think that's how you say it. The one who wields the Cronus crown for all eternity. Also, what does demiurge mean anyway? I am actually very curious. Just had to satisfy my curiosity before going. Demiurge. What does that even mean? Let's see. A being responsible for the creation of the universe. Oh, okay. Okay, learn something new. Oh, Almighty Zeus, please grace us with your presence. Tell us what should be done with this cowardly, traitorous queen. Europia. I trust you understand why you, my priestess and queen, stand here awaiting sentence like a common criminal. Lord Zeus. Well now, I simply must ask, what in the world were you thinking, oh queen? Indeed, you are heavenly Zeus's queen and priestess. You are the direct recipient of his love. And yet, this is how you repay him? With treason and treachery? Oh boy. I tried to do it dynamically and I just screwed it up. It was your guidance that enabled the pitiful dregs of the fourth machina to vanquish both Demeanor and Aphrodite. Ah, how tragic! Ah, how shameful! Even worse, it was all for nothing. No matter how hard you struggle, your proper human history home will never return. There is no longer a Europe to call you mother. What a waste. What a utter foolishness. I suppose this is simply what comes of letting humans act on their feelings. Enough. You know, we have no reason to involve ourselves with Olympus's affairs, Limbo. Our only job is to await the foreign god's advent. Your interference has far overstepped its bounds. Oh, believe me, I was very certain as to whether I should get involved. You know what's my theory? Even if we do beat the cryptors, all of them, we still got the alter egos. So here's my other theory. Once we beat the cryptors themselves, we end up dealing with the alter egos, Limbo, Rasputin, and of course the best one of the best Emiya faces I've seen, Muramasa. Well, actually, technically speaking, all the Emiya faces I could equally say awesome. Oh well. Anyway. But when I saw such a deplorable spectacle unfolding before my very eyes, why, I simply couldn't help but take these matters into my own hands. Indeed, if offering up my own head would make things right, it would be a small price to pay. Gods from foreign lands. The time of judgment is at hand. There will be silence in my great shrine. Yes, of course. My most humble apologies. In that case, yes, by all means. We disciples of the foreign god humbly await your most just and righteous decision, O Almighty Zeus. Please, take all the time you need. Oh, I wonder what's gonna happen to her now. What's going to happen to Europia? If they're going to if they're dragging her into Zeus's altar, it's gotta because they're gonna cut her head off, right? Very possibly. Damn it! I don't get it. Europia still haven't told them our names. Even though we make perfect scapegoats. My oh my. Hey Rabbit, it's good to see ya. How you been? It's good to see you as well, Rabbit. It's been a while. Yeah, I had a feeling she's the self-sacrificing type. Europia is definitely putting herself in the fire on this one, that's for sure. And I don't think we'll be able to save her, I don't think. Who knows? It has. You're doing well, I'm glad. I wouldn't say the same for me lately, since my sleep schedule has been going out of control. Not only that, but when my cats keep peeing on the bed, that was another thing. It's mainly because things are starting to get very cold, and they don't want to pee in the catio anymore, so they basically go in and basically pee on my bed for all things. It's a mess. I'll say that. The good thing is, it's already been cleaned and all that, we're good. Anyway, enough of my bad troubles. Why not? If she just tells them us cryptors made her do it, I'm sure they at least spare her life. Calm down, Kodak. You really should learn to think before you speak one of these days. I know Zeus agreed not to listen to in on our conversations as part of his contract with Mr. K. But we don't know for sure if he's keeping his word. You're right. I'm sorry. That said, the fact that his thunderbolts haven't already burned us to a crisp is a good sign that he is. As for Europia, it's really not hard to if you think about it. There's a very simple reason she's not saying anything. It's because she doesn't want you to die here. Or me, for that matter. Besides, I'm pretty sure she hasn't given up yet. Even now, she's chosen to remain materialized instead of ending her own life. She's really strong, isn't she? Well, of course she is. You don't get to be the mother of Europe by being weak. Kodak, I'm gonna go see Wadomi. I don't know if it'll make any difference, but I'm gonna try coming clean. Really? Are you serious? Go for it. In the meantime, I've gotten something on my own I want to try. You're not gonna kill yourself, are you? Of course not. There's no way I'm dying in a world without Daybit in it. Oh, Daybit? No, I'm just going to make sure a certain cartoonishly evil monk gets a bit of comeuppance. Okay, I've never seen that word in my life, so I'm curious of what it means. Let me take a look at it. If I ever see a word that I'd never seen before, I gotta take a look at its definition. Let's see. A punishment or fate that someone deserves. Oh! I like the sound of that then. Because we know that the evil monk actually deserves it. Anyway. Can't wait for him to get screwed over. Europia. I do not think you would have gone mad. I am certain you agonize over the choice you made. However, you should have said something to me before settling down your chosen path. If you have done that, we could have avoided needless bloodshed, and the gods who are now dead would still be alive. What a tragedy. I loved you. In you, I saw a chance for our lost belt and your human history to reach an understanding. But it seems your blood ties to your original world were stronger than I realize. What is done, as I well know. But I must ask you all the same. Why? This lost belt, this world over which I rule, is the path this world must take for the earth to be restored, for mythology to be restored. This is the path humans are meant to follow, and yet, why, my queen? Why did you do it? Oh, kind and gentle Zeus. Alas, what you feel for humans like myself, my dearest Zeus, is not love. You are a great protector of humans. You do a wonderful job guiding us. I can even see genuine compassion in your eyes when you look upon us. It is, however, not the matter in which one looks upon equals. It is the matter of in which one looks upon pets. Surely in your great omnipotent omnipotence, something like that. I know that it's part of my mind. I said it before and I yet just botch it up again. You must already know that. Europia. Indeed I do. The love we give to humanity have been the love one has for pets ever since we awoke as gods. Perhaps things would have been different back then. Back when we were but unthinking ships with only enough intelligence to cross the sea of stars. Oh boy, did I spit on my phone? Because when I ever actually speak, I do a bit of spitballs here and there. Ugh. It's not all the time, it's just very rare times. No, my dear Zeus, I'm afraid you are mistaken. Humanity will never have loved a ship without a heart at all. Almighty Zeus, King of the Gods, I am overjoyed that you decided to take a form that resembles ours. Europia, I have no doubt that the love you feel for me is genuine. Mother Miku! Sometimes that happens. However, I cannot overlook the sins you committed by aiding in the depths of two gods. Also, the thing decided to break, so I'll have to... Oh wait, it's fixed. Okay, it's good. Even my twin children, the Desuri, are now gone from my interstellar mountainous city, thanks to indirectly to you. Thus, it is with a heavy heart that I must pass judgment upon you. Which is what? Public execution? Attention, my beloved citizens of Olympus. I, the all-powerful Zeus, bring you news from atop the great orbital shrine Olympia Dodona. A decision has been made. A decision has been made. Mother Miku, stop doing that phone! Or rather, the cable that is connecting to this thing. Give it a moment. Let me fix this up. Okay, it's fixed. Queen Europia, my beloved adversary and ministry from proper human history, has regrettably committed a grave sin. Decided. Whelp and wheel, my beloved citizens. Your lamentations are my tears. Your wails are my anguish. At noon today, upon Olympia Dodona's great altar, there will be a public execution of Queen Europia. My beloved citizens, you will all be shown video of the execution. You know what's gonna be funny? I got a feeling that we're gonna jump up there before the execution happens, and then they're gonna see a video of us slaying Zeus. Ha! That'll be interesting. It'll be an execution, but it won't be for Europia. It'll be for you, Mr. Zeus. Watch it closely. Let tears spill down your cheeks. At least that's my theory, at least. Once the execution is over, you will be permitted to mourn the loss of our queen for the next 100 years. I bet everybody knows that one now. And we got... Okay, so... I won't be surprised if we start going up. And we got a battle in this one, too. I'm assuming we're just dealing with regular grunts this time. We'll see. This was the farming thing that I was dealing with. Okay, so what to do here? Okay, so I need a saber and I need a good rider for this one. Or I could just take a good rider and a good foreigner with me. I'll take you. Because we got berserkers in there too, so hey. There we go. Hopefully we're gonna be good on this team. Because I want to keep Fran and Ozymandias in the back line so they can get bond points. Because I've been trying to get some of them to get to Friend Bond 5. So I can actually start doing their interludes and rank up quests. I also have to level them both up, but hey. Anyway, let's start. Fa! Do you hear that, senpai? They're going to publicly execute. I heard. We gotta do something. I heard. And noon is only 3 hours from now. Easy there, young man. I can't have you running off yet again when we just just reestablish our connection. Just to make sure you are safe and sound back in the Alliance base. Yes? Good. Now, hold on just a moment. I just finished going over your latest reports, and I need a moment to think. Putting aside the fact that your recent run-in with Tomamo Fetch Koyan Kasiria is condensed into a single line that simply says, encountered and fought Tomamo Fetch Koyan Kasiria. Oh boy. My throat is getting itchy. Oh yes, I took the liberty to abridging our battle report, as she continues to be a rather sore subject for Gordov. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's no other servant that gets under his skin other than her. In the meantime, I would appreciate if you kept the truth about her identity just between us, at least until our mission here is concluded. Agreed. Gotcha. True. We don't have time to worry about her right now anyway. I say, why are you all hushed up over there? We can hardly afford to be confused right now. I also see the great summon article Ether is now in your possession. Good, good. The most unfortunate that this collaborator, Queen Europia, was captured. It's also a great shame that you lost a capable ally in Prometheus Hypsisis, and the enemy. Oh boy. Okay, now I got confused. And that the enemy now knows about your underground hideout. However, in spite of all that, we are by no means at a disadvantage. Thankfully, Queen Europia's extraction does not change our situation, which is the most important thing. Really, now that the ether is safely in our possession, it seems to me her role in the operation is over. Am I wrong? To be honest, he's not wrong, but we still got one more thing to do. We have to go up there to actually summon the servant, and of course, deal with Zeus himself. Well, true. I doubt the collaborator will have a major part to play from here on. While this will, of course, be easier said than done, for the final phase of Operation God Destroyer, we need only to activate the ether in front of Zeus. As such, painful though it may be, there is nothing for us to gain by rescuing Queen Europia from her public execution. If anything, the prudent thing would be to stay far away, as it very likely a trap designed to lure us in and wipe us all out at once. Here, here! Even I can see what an obvious trap this is. We're gonna take it anyway, mister. I know it. Even I would go for it. And besides, the fact is, at this point, whatever happens to her has no effect on us. Are you sure about that? Yes. No effect at all. You do understand what I'm getting at, don't you? Oh boy. My throat. Listen, this is difficult to say, but we are fighting a war, and in times of war, one must sometimes make unpleasant decisions, even being courteous. So, as one who has walked in the path of cruelty and callousness myself, let me offer you this advice. Now is not the time to deliberate. Whatever you decide, I urge you to make your choice quickly. So, you think we should make up our minds soon, Emperor Kagola? Indeed, I do, Shield Maiden. I already know. They're gonna rescue her. No matter the odds, we're gonna end up rescuing her. Well, that's a first. 4 with the ... dots. Right now, our ultimate objective is to cut down the Tree of Emptiness. And to do that, we'll also need to slay Zeus. Of course, we know what will happen if we're successful. Cutting down the Tree of Emptiness will end this Lost Belt, causing all the Olympians to disappear. And Ellie and me will probably end up dying. Yeah. To be honest, this war against the gods will have its sacrifices. For we will never be able to observe from the inside exactly what happens to this a Lost Belt when it disappears from Earth. So I can't say for sure what will happen. But yes, we expect everything will disappear. And the chance of any life forms inside the Lost Belt surviving is vanishingly small. Yes, we understand. The gods once told us that the destruction of the Tree of Emptiness would mean the death of all the Olympians. We knew that, and we still chose to remain in the God Destroyer Alliance. Even if we are going to die anyway once we succeed. Queen Europia doesn't deserve to be executed. She should at least have a more dignified death. No, that's not it. That's not really how I feel. It's only a pretext, an excuse. Everyone in Olympus give up on being a father, a mother, or any kind of parental figure long ago. They're all just things to be protected. Mindless reeds who never think about anything besides protesticating? I know what it says, but proraticating. Oh boy. Man, what's with me and reading? Either way, I know what it says. Themselves before the gods. But something about Lady Europia remind me of my mother. I see. So she doesn't see humans like you and me, Ediel, as mere things to be protected, but rather as children who she wants to learn and grow, as a true parent would. Yeah, that's right. I know we only spent a tiny bit of time with her last night, but when I saw her grieving the 10,000 years we spent in stagnation, and how she and Eddie laughed together, for a moment, it felt like I was looking at our mother again. Your mother? Aw. Yeah, as far as Olympus is concerned, no, that's not it. As far as we're concerned, Queen Europia is the last mother to ever look out for us. She's the last person who ever wished for a future where we could learn and grow. That's why I want to witness the Tree of Emptiness's destruction and face our final moments together with her. Together. Ah, okay. Your final moments, huh? Yes, that's how we feel. Sister, I feel the same way, Makaros. There is a dignity in death. As a anti-hero who stole that dignity from far too many people, Rexilla, I too would ask that you grant their wish. Yep, we're going to save her. And actually destroy Zeus. So that the end of all things past may at least be a peaceful one. Indeed, that is also the wish held by the many lives I stole. Lives that were lost thousands of years ago. And those wish, even now, resonates firmly within my soul. I don't get it! I just don't get it! I could never make a choice that I knew would result in my death. Hell, I don't even want to think about making one. Or to remember that such choices even exist! But, that's being said, I would never reject another's choice made under such circumstances. Neither would I mock or deride it. I just find it very sad. I know, Gordoff. I feel the same way. It feels very off. Very sad, I'll admit. And the thing is, the twins, I will admit, I got, what's the word? I got closer with, and I like these characters. Just like how it is with, Patsy and, the little girl, and even the girl who thought that the gods, or at least the goddess herself, Scotty, was being merciful and all that stuff. But in the end of the day, it was a cruel joke or anything like that. Either way, I do feel something, and oh boy, when I see them go, it's gonna be hard. Another pair of people that I will miss. And I do understand that if was only one thing one could ask for in their final moments, it would be it would be to share those moments with someone precious to them. Well, not me, of course. Certainly not me, as a mage. My mind is easily transcends a mere humane human concerns. Yeah. I don't believe that, Gordov. At any rate, very well, Eldi and Makaros. I understand how you feel. So I think under the circumstances. Okay. Let's go stop Queen Europia's execution. Right, exactly. Besides, you two have done nothing but help us ever since we arrived. And we'd like to reward you. At the moment, I can't even present you with a single freshly baked croissant. So, while this will undoubtedly be risky, if this is the best reward the God Destroyer Alliance could ask for, then we at Chaldea will be more than willing to help. Hang on. You already agreed? Why couldn't you have let me finish my little speech first? Uh-huh. We're already gonna go for it, don't worry. Sorry about that, Gordov. I mean, Director. And thanks. Because I already sure you'd agree. I don't know which one I would go for. I'll go with this. Papa! You guys. Thank you so much. We know we're being very selfish, but... Selfish my ass! You don't need to thank us. Besides, we know plenty well by now how far you two are willing to go for what you believe in. I barely remember what my own mother looked like, but if I could, I'm sure I wanted to protect her too. So yeah, no way we're gonna ignore your request and go our separate ways after everything you've done for us. Yeah, exactly. It seems like you reached an agreement. Then our next step is the Great Orbital Shrine, Olympia Dorora. Finally, Operation God Destroyer will be taking the fight to the enemy. You guys better not mess up this last part. Now, we want to encourage them, not discourage them. Good luck, everyone. Oh yeah! It's time for the final golden attack! Let's go teach that asshole Zeus a thing or two! But first... Genus. Oh, you finally wrapped up the scabby crap? About damn time. Also, you know, your samurai intuition or whatever can be kinda creepy. Genus? You are in your spirit form? Pick up your damn shield! You sense that? There's official guards headed into every damn room in the underground. I knew these sorry bastards must have tipped them off about us. Check it out. They're crawling up our collective ass even as we speak. Genus is right. I'm picking up dozens of clearly hostile magical energy signals near the Alliance base. Well, may as well bust out the Chimera that we have. It is one of our defense systems, after all. Fall! Oh, great! These guys again. Target spotted. There you are, vile Chaldeans! I see the God Destroyer Alliance is here too! Listen up, you scum! Do what you say, and we'll grant you the mercy of a painless death! But, If you should show a slightest hint of resistance, we will bring the full force of Olympus's official guard down upon your heads. What is your answer? Get ready to fight. Everyone, get ready. We're gonna push them through. How about this? We kick them out and just beat the hell out of them, or even just, I don't know. Just get rid of them anyway. Understood. Activating Ortinat's emergency combat mode. Engaging auto maintenance functionality. Output at 60, 70. Stabilize at just over 70%. The Ignis protection is still in effect. Commence in battle! Alright then, let's go for it. Hopefully, this battle won't be too tough. Oh boy. Oh boy, I'm stumbling into my own words. Gotta remove these guys quickly. Ooh. Oh, come on. Well, already we're gonna eliminate this guy. Let me at least take a bit of a drink while I have the chance. Overkill. Nice, Ishtar. Oh, of course there's gonna be another one. You're up, Ishtar. Hey Ishtar, can you give me some food where you're traveling? Most likely I'll repay her with Jim, so. I had a feeling that the last enemy was gonna be in the land. I mean, I didn't meant to actually do it on him, but hey. Hmm.
僕は導く人の夢人の望み届けようすべて遠き星の海へいつか僕らはたどり着くペイルブルードットセントールフルスラットスーパー
Goodbye, Chimera. I was right. They were definitely gonna get some bond levels from that. Now, when we actually deal with Zeus himself, that's when I have to change my team for sure. Because I don't want to actually have a disadvantage. Hey Tail Loser, it's good to see ya! All hostiles have temporarily disappeared. We subdued the guards. Ha! These guards are nothing now. Ha 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 ha! I must have gotten even stronger than I was before. They all know they're just as tough as ever. Keeness. We just happen to have a momentum on our side at the moment. But that won't be the case if we have to face 2 more waves in here. So we better get while the getting's good. I know! I just feel like saying it! And why in the hell do you talk so weirdly sometimes? Cut it out! It gets on my nerves! Oh, wow. What you got against cowgirls? We ain't nothing but, if not charming, and as all get out. Man, I'm not good with speaking in a country sounding accent. I'm just not good at it. Never were. We'll have to abandon this base. Come on! We can get to the surface from the southern corridor. Hurry! Nico Tesla, heroic spirits. Well, this doesn't look good. I'm afraid our circuits were damaged during that battle. I hate to say it, but it seems this is as far as we can go. But please, do not worry about us, my lady. We already said our goodbyes. At least our heroic spirit selves have, remember, we're just AIs using their personas. Indeed. And they certainly couldn't program emotions into us, on top of everything else. So while we may not feel sad as at this parting, it was still an honor to have fought by your sides, even if we are only heartless AIs. Not at all. It was an the honor was all ours. Thanks, everyone. Hope we'll all get to see each other again someday. Didn't I just tell you? We're AIs, not heroic spirits. We're not going to be summoned again like... Wait, of course you already knew that. Yes, we agree. It would be wonderful to see each other again someday. Well, goodbye, Master of Chaldea. Take care. Papa! And so we lost another allies. So we're losing more allies as we go. Oh boy. We're currently directly underneath the central altar town. We shouldn't be able to see the great orbital shrine up in the sky once we reach to the surface. Yeah, we need to stop the execution after all. Our first step will be to escape to the surface, while our second will be to use the aircraft to take flight. From there, we'll make our way directly to the shrine. Will that work, Makaros? Shouldn't be a problem. Hey, Mustache! Are you talking to me? What is it? Have you an issue with my decision? Nah, I'm sure you didn't make that call lightly. Now, if you just agree to go along on the spear of the moment cause the twins' speech moved you or something crap, then I'd be smashing your fat face in. Oh wow. But nah, you're actually weirdly persuasive. I think that's how you say it. Back there. Hey, Gordoff Musk! You used my name? What is it now? Once we leave the base, we're gonna be fighting off enemies left and right. So since we might not get another chance to talk, I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. I will kill Zeus. On that, you have my word. And when I do, we officially be even. You good with that? Absolutely! That sounds more than acceptable. Good luck, Keenus. Also, once you all have take to the skies, we'll be right behind you in the storm border. Oh-ho! So the storm border will be joining the fray as well. Now, it's truly starting to feel like the final showdown is upon us. Agreed. Does that mean that we will finish Olympus tonight? Well, while I doubt we'll be able to control the skies completely, we can at least throw them into the confusion. We can do that much, right, Tentacle Advisor? Yeah, we can. I personally guarantee it. As long at long last, it's time for us to take to the skies of Olympus. Da Vinci, you're back! But what do you mean, take to the skies? Captain's just about back up on his feet now, too. I'm from here on, the storm border will be here to back you guys up. Nice. First, we need to get you... oh boy. We need to get it rebooted. But once we do that, we'll be ready to unveil its special flight capabilities. Which means the next time we see each other, it'll be up in the blue... big blue yonder. So make sure you survive long enough to take flight. And we'll do our best to survive long enough to reach the Great Orbital Shrine's airspace. Sounds good. Well, let's get this fight underway. So we're gonna go on the airship, right? Let's see. No battles on this one, so that means a lot of reading. What is this? I'm sorry to interrupt, Kodak, but we got wyverns! Are you kidding me? I just defeated a servant. I'm running on fumes here. Oh, I see. Fortunately, I still have little magical energy to spare myself. Oh, is that so? Must be nice for you to be a hotshot elite with magical circuits out of your ass! Oh, wow. I got a feeling this is a flashback kind of situation. Damn it! What the hell's with all these wyverns? I can't believe they're actually bolting out of the sky! Not even the top turbiest of top trophy blackbusters would resort to play out a cliche like this. What you two masters alone supposed to do against numbers like that? Oh boy. I'm assuming that they're doing the simulation. You said it! I would expect the French of all people to go with something more average, on guard, or I don't know. What the hell kind of shark is that? Just because I'm using movie comparisons doesn't mean you should too. This is weird. Especially when I'm seeing these two interact like this. Oh, come on. Now you're sulking? I'm the one who feels like sulking. Come on. Let's get out of here. There's no way we can win. First, we gotta find a ley line. Then we're gonna summon a servant and start fighting back. Got that, Wadomi? I'm sure as hell not giving up without a fight. We can't afford to lose. Not with all of humanity counting on us. Before seeing, it is often to note something that is new or informative in the art world. Huh. Interesting. Never knew that, to be honest. I already took my tenacity, oh boy, to wine and my inferiority complex and tossed them in the shrine yesterday. Shine? I don't know. Man, they're putting words I've never seen before here and there. So I'm ready to do this thing, one way or another. Yes, exactly, Kodak. You are much stronger than and more obscene mage than you give yourself credit for. I got a feeling that is a flashback. That has to be. Good grief. Just our luck that this one would be Rome, where seasoned emperors will be alive and well. I wonder if the 5 good emperors are here too. I always secretly admired Emperor Hadrian. Didn't I warn you to keep that sort of fanboying to a minimum with Domi? As if what you blabbered about in France wasn't bad enough. Hold on, Ophelia. If we use the Arc de Triomphe as a catalyst, do you think we could summon a Napoleon? Well, you know, I'll be surprised if they did that. I couldn't believe it. Besides, that singularity was in 1431, and the Arc de Triomphe oh boy, man! I cannot pronounce all these things at once! Wasn't built until 1836. Also, it's funny that she ended up meeting Napoleon later on her Lost Belt, funny enough. Basic question. If I remember correctly, did Napoleon literally hit on Ophelia as well at one point? I feel like I vaguely remember that part. I think I do. Yeah, I think he did hit on her. So it wouldn't be, it wouldn't even have been there in the first place. I'm not so sure. If history becomes muddled in singularities, why not space-time too? Ophelia and Wadomi had crushes on each other. Oh, really? I mean, I got a feeling there was some sort of thing of admiration, but I didn't think it would be translated to love, I'll be honest. Oh well, that's my opinion. But we never went anywhere because they couldn't spit it out, and she died in Lost Belt too. Yes, they did. Wow. That is interesting. Man, I guess they just didn't say anything what they really meant. Please try to take this seriously. Whatever happened to your usual cool-headed self? Alright, listen up. I will handle direct combat. You'll handle things like negotiating with the locals, ascertaining the situation, and coming up with the plans. Ophelia definitely had feelings for Wadomi. Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. Even I knew that part. I knew that it was an aberration, but she had a thing for him too. I didn't know though that Wadomi had feelings for her though. I've always thought that he didn't. Any objections? Not at all. You're much more capable in battle than I am, so I'm happy to let you take care of it. Yeah, right, knowing what you could do. Maybe he got his meteor power later on, but who knows. I swear, I didn't even know you were capable of being so accommodating. Do I really have to remind you that we are the last two masters who have been entrusted with restoring humanity? What? This is the whole reason we were invited to Chaldea. We can't afford to make so much as a single mistake. So let's go do what we came here to do, Wadomi. It's our duty. Is this like a what-if scenario? It sounds like a what-if, to be honest. Seeing these things, I mean, these are the things that we have done before. We did France, we did Rome, we did Okeanos. What's going on here? Come on, Hanako. You should know better than to go out on the dock without taking proper precautions. Okay. After all, you're... well, you know what you are, right? Won't you drown the moment you fall into the sea? I think you know what's you're talking about, that you can't handle running water are a Western thing. Uh-huh. Well, we already know that she's a vampire, so hey. Whatever the case, it has no bearing on me. I do know what I am, and it isn't what you seem to think. Yeah, Miss True Ancestor. I am just an ordinary mage. Yeah, right! A master like any other. You know, that's how I've been presenting myself all this time. Phone? If you knew my secret all along, why are you only bringing it up? I wish I could take credit for figuring it out sooner, but I can't. I honestly had no idea. I knew you were hiding something, of course, but I didn't realize you were a you-know-what until this singularity. It was quite a shock. I would never have guessed you were hiding something this. Well, I don't know if serious is the right word, but it's certainly fascinating. Fascinating my foot! This is a matter of life and death for me, you know? Also, when do you get to be so insensitive? I could have sworn you have a lot more tactful back in Chaldea. Oh my. I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't have been so careless with someone else's secrets. I suppose this singularity just feels so open and liberating compared to the others I've seen so far that I ended up being a bit more free-willing than usual. So we've both been putting on an act then. Now it's my turn to be shocked. I had no idea you were such a good listener. You remind me of someone I once knew a long time ago. Your lover? He always acted and spoke like a prophet noble. Yet he was surprisingly easygoing and soft on the inside. He was too kind for his own good, too. So much that he ended up poisoning himself just to keep the peace around him. If that's what you're really like too, are you sure we'll be okay going forward? You know we're the only ones left who can restore humanity, right? Huh. Well, not that it matters much to me either way. I couldn't care less if human history keeps going or not. So if I ever get bored of all this and bail, you'll have to figure out the rest on your own. Interesting situation there. And they're in London. It's hard to believe there's a singularity in London as well. Even the Mages Association is nowhere to be found. At least it looks like the clock tower underground is still the same. What do you make of this, Miss Barry? Barrel. Well, it's definitely not cursed. This toxicity fog is based in science. I bet there's a giant boiler or something belching it out somewhere. I mean, we're dealing with the Industrial Revolution now. Yeah. Man, my old lady hated that age with a passion. Oh wow. Said it made her little house in the woods even more unbearable to live in. Huh. What about you? Is this affecting your magical circuits? Thanks, Crash. Oh boy. I didn't even know you cared. I don't, but don't worry, I'm totally fine. My old lady's the only one who hated the consumer culture. Me, I'm A-okay with it. Trust me, when it comes to settling scores, I'll take a trusty pistol over a finicky mage crab any day of the week. True, I have to agree with you there. but only as long as your opponent is vulnerable to firearms. Yeah, that is a good point. It's pretty much all ghosts and autonoma here. Yeah, remembering how that was. Yeah, there was a lot of autonomous weaponry, as well as some ghosts here and there. And also, of course, we had a Jack the Ripper. Whatever. I guess I can act like a mage and do some actual magecraft for once. Alright, Crash. Since most bad guys tend to make their hideouts underground, let's go find the nearest subway station so we can crush them and move on. I gotta say though, between the two of us, I'm not too worried. I'm sure I was kind of shocked when I found out the rest of the team had been killed. But as long as you were around, I figured we'll be fine. Okay, something's off. For a moment there, I thought they were saying that we're the last two masters was odd. But now that he said that they were killed, okay, something's off about this. Like, this is not a simulation at all, then. And this is not like a what-if scenario that all the cryptids are still alive and manage to go to each singularity by two people. No, this is not that situation. It's like, maybe it's another what-if situation. Like, what if only two of them were still around, but they were going together in every singularity, and this is like the result of that. We've seen a situation with Kodak. We've seen a situation with Ophelia. We've seen a situation with the true ancestor herself, and we see a situation with this guy. And I got a feeling that we're gonna see the other cryptors as well. Although it's kind of weird. I wonder if this is a dream or a what-if scenario in his head. I don't know. Also, it's very interesting that Mr. K himself is more casual in these than his usual self. But watch yourself, you hear? I'm not just weak. I'm notoriously fickle, too. If you're not careful, I could just as well end up going over to the enemy's side. Just keep one hand on the reins while you're out and there trying to thread this needle, okay? Next scenario, please. Yep, America. I can't believe we need to cross the entire American continent on foot. That alone has to make this the most difficult singularity so far. Yeah, I'll be honest, that's not the most difficult. What I wouldn't give for a jet plane right about now. Hell, I'll even take a helicopter. Now, that's enough whining out of you, mister. It's only been 300 kilometers so far, right? We'll be at the city where we can get a hold of a car soon enough. Oh, I wonder if they will have a pickup truck. There was no cars back then. Only wagons. In fact, there's a wagon right behind you. Can you just fix that and make some sort of magecraft horse? You must have some very strong legs. Pepperino. What is your movement technique called again? Jinsokutsu. Jinsokutsu. One of the 6 Shujin oh boy. Roku Jinjitsu. I've been using Magecraft to enhance my own legs. But that only goes so far. I'm certainly not going to be running a marathon anytime soon. Come now, Mr. K. I'll just say Mr. K because I can't say his name even as far as this singularity, funny enough. Didn't I tell you to call me by my real name? It's Mayonarenji Ario. Remember? I figured it's the least I can do to show you a bit of respect after everything you've been through. Oh boy, my throat is killing me. Is that one of your powers too? Right you are. Oh boy. What? What did he said? Tashinitsu. The power to read others' minds. Oh, yeah, I forgot he had that. Though, in my case, I can only tell the color of others' auras. Still, with a color scheme as complex as yours, it's enough to give me a pretty good idea. I swear, gods can be so cruel. And you've done absolutely nothing but help us. Anyway, tell me, when do you think I'll cloak which singularity? If I know that ahead of time, I won't have to hold anything back. And that might help me be at least a little help to you. I really can't say, but I do know that no one has ever made it past the halfway point. And we're at the third singularity right now. What? Wait, how many singularities they went to? France is a singularity. Singularity F is another. Okeanos is another. London. Rome. This is not the third singularity! Definitely not. They're definitely off on the order of things. But then again, this is like maybe like a what if. Which means we'll be at the point ourselves soon. But in your case, you think I could stick around helping you out to the fight to the end? It would certainly be lovely if you were right. But unfortunately, there's one more power I have. Ranjitsurio. It tells me how long I'm going to live and what my destiny will be. And it's telling me there's no way I'm going to make it to the end. Rojitsuyo. I see. So that's why you're always so fatalistic. You were unfallingly considerate of everyone else back in Chaldea, but when it comes to yourself, you only went through the motions. I always found it strange someone so kind to others could be so cold to himself. Please don't look at me like that, hon. Trust me, I feel way worse than you do. I don't know how many times I've done this before, but you did say that everyone else died part way through, right? I'm still confused on that part, to be honest. So you must have managed to finish the job all on your own, and I'm sure that's just what you'll do this time too, even if you have to fight back your tears over my death. That's why I want you to know my real name. For me, this whole journey has been like a dream. When I came back to life, it'll be like it never happened. Huh? But if you use my real name, it'll be all my true self needs to know. I can trust you. Okay. What is going on here? Now I'm thinking of something else. Like, Wadomi has been basically experiencing all these singularities that I did with each crypter. And my guess is he's getting all the experience from these singularities I already done on like some sort of simulation that the foreign god gave him. At least that's my theory now. If it turns out to be correct, I basically just guessed it for sure. But we'll see. And that you really are the right person to lead us. Yes, I suppose it would. You always have been the most observant member of Team A. Next. Interesting stuff that happened there. Something wrong with Domi. Your mind seems to be closed off. Aren't you the one who asked to see me? You're right. My apologies, Zeus. I was just reminiscing a bit, and I must have been more lost than in thought than I realize. I hope you can forgive my rudeness. However, my unintentional as it was. I'm only human after all. It's difficult for me to concentrate with your divine aura this close by. What's so funny? I'm here because I'm concerned about you, you know. I want to talk to you about Queen Europia's execution. I don't think you should go through with it. Not only for her sake, but yours as well. The renovation has been proclaimed. My decision will not be overturned. I understand it was a fatal choice for me, but it is what must be done to maintain order in Olympus. It is what must be done for your world that named us as gods. I seek not to protect myself, but Olympus. Or rather, the miracle that is this world we only managed to find after years spending wandering. Huh. Interesting. And I gotta feel like I'm right. I feel like what Domi was doing was literally like memories, as well as like some sort of simulation that he experienced all the singularities that the main character experienced already, and basically build up all that experience to actually be a great leader, to lead the cryptors to what they are right now. Who knows? You know, now that you mention it, you never did tell me the story of why you all crossed the Sea of Stars. I suppose I haven't. Haven't I? Have I? It was a very, very long journey. Before the intelligence that created us died out. Oh? They sent us on a meaningless expedition without so much as a single life form aboard us. Our very universe was on the brink of death. So our flagship, Chaos, exhausted 97% of their resources to send us to your universe. When we arrived, we found this universe to be brimming with life. But we were still unable to locate a planet that met the landing conditions with which we have been programmed. We spent thousands of years looking until there was only a scattered few of us left. Unable to maintain our convoy, most of our functions ended up wearing away and fusing together. All together, okay. Then, just as we had come to terms with our fate and accepted that our journey was about to end with our goal unaccomplished, we discovered this planet. It was a miracle, a planet that met 78% of our landing conditions. We quickly made an emergency crash landing on this planet's surface, and the rest, you know. You humans give us names, even me. In our fleet, the only ship with a name was our flagship, Chaos, and Chaos never landed on this planet. After the first Machina, I made our fleet's flagship in Chaos place. Once we have only functions, but then you humans give us names, believe us to have personalities, and worshipped us as precious beings. We were uncertain of how to respond. The names, the personalities, the worship, none of it was important or even useful for voyaging. And yet, you were so delighted. So you decided to accept the faith people put in you. Yes, we were delighted. It was the first time we had ever known joy. Interesting. Joy was a function we neither appreciated nor needed. But we also could not bring ourselves to abandon it. In the end, we all agreed to operate from that point on not as functions, but as gods. But I was the only one who understood. Oh? That putting down roots on this planet would mean turning our backs on our original directive. I wonder what was his original directive then. It was not to ensure the people of the other celestial bodies to flourish, but to revive our home planet. Oh, okay, so that's his other directive. I see. So you decided to conduct yourselves as though you were a god, rather than you change your own programming. And you did so in order to protect the people of Earth, of Olympus, no matter what it may cost. That meant ruling over not just the people of Earth, but the 12 Olympians as well. You encroached on the other god ships' roles and overstepped your bounds, and did so knowingly. And by integrating all functions within yourself, you became an all-powerful god. Why? It was the only way to resolve a otherwise unsurmountable problem. insurmountable problem. That's what I meant to say. 14,000 years ago, a calamity made its way to this planet. I knew that something like the White Titan, Sapphire, a planetary envoy and destroyer of the civilizations. We know that one very well thanks to Fate Extella. Still wish to play Fate Extella Link again one day, but on the channel, but I don't know. I don't know if YouTube has changed its ways on copyright on its game's music. I don't know. I mean, I want to give it one more shot again one day, but we'll see. Existed somewhere in this universe, but I never expected to make its way to this planet. Sapphire was an invasive weapon, a being capable of destroying entire civilizations, whose threat only grew greater the more time passed. There was no time to discuss what to do with the other god ships. So I took control of the other 12 Olympians' functions and became a single god ship and drove off Sapphire. Thanks to that, Olympus was saved. But the other god ships all came to hate me. And who could blame them? I stole their functions, knowing it would lead them to aristocratize me. Orchestrize me. I think that's how you say it. While all the other god ships had the same incarnation ability, I was the only one who chose to use it. I was the only one who overstepped my bounds. I was the only ship who went mad. You were wrong there, Zeus. In that moment. As far as this world's peoples were concerned, you were the only true god. The story is just like yours, Zeus. My story is just like yours, Zeus. Okay, I got it. I was changed in a way I would never have experienced if I had stayed solely within the bounds of my assignment of destiny. Oh? All of a sudden, I had motivations I'd never been expected to have, and a goal far beyond my reach. All this access drastically disrupted what my life was originally supposed to be like. But even so, I decided to dedicate the rest of my life to this so-called access, okay. Ever since, it was been my guiding principle, the most important in my life. I understand, Zeus. All you did was to decide to leave your past self behind in order to save those who give you meaning. Interesting. It's also interesting that this is a very long reading section. I'm hearing a lot of commotion on the surface. It seems Chaldea has made their way here to rescue my queen. How is the Tree of Emptiness faring, Wadomi? It won't be long until it's ready. Once it is, the only remaining step will be to have one of us use it. If you like to use it now, I could always deal with Chaldea myself. No. If they're here to save Europia, then I should be the one to greet them. I will save the Tree of Emptiness for after I have both eliminated Chaldea and defeated you. It certainly sounds ideal to me. But are you sure you want to do that? You want what? Oh boy, let me say that again. But are you sure that's what you want to do? It is. This is the only way I can repay you. I'm going to erase this terminal now. This will be the last self of mine I will ever make of conversing with a human. Thank you, Mr. K. You give me something I never had. Something I could never had hoped for once I became an all-powerful and began my rule of Olympus. I never had a chance to share my burdens with neither Hades or Poseidon, but I did with you. Farewell, young mage. Farewell, friend. And farewell to you, King of the Gods. I hold you in the highest respect. And then he dies. Now we're in Alter Town. We're gonna have battle here, that's for sure. We made it to the surface. I don't see any civilians in our vicinity. Checking magical energy signals now. Multiple magical energy signals detected. Hostiles closing in from all directions. I expect we're in for a string of fights, Master. Focus on breaking through a single point up ahead. Eldy, Makaros, you take care of the aircraft. We'll make sure the Sumicius is ready to go at any time. We can start flying as soon as we find an opening.
Where? Here they come. I am surprised to see such great Phantasmals sent out to do battle in the middle of the city. But then, I suppose the Greek gods would never do anything by half measures.
Ha! Now we're talking. I love killing big nasties. Come on, those of you with a death wish. No, scratch that. Those of you who want to die by my spear, come at me! Well, nice. Now I feel silly for ever thinking you might be bored. It's great to having you on our side, Kines. You know, now that we're coming up in the final battle, I think I'll dress up for the occasion. Wait, what?
She ascended!
What's with that? What's with the outfit? Isn't it gonna be gonna get in the way of fighting? You don't want to get you don't want it to get ripped in battle, do you? Ha! You really think I saved my best outfit for my victory homecoming? I'm Lady Musashi. I gotta look my best while I'm at my best. Alright, you cheeky mechanical gods, get a load of this! You two Phantasmals. As a heroic spirit, I might not be on the same level as the great hero Hercules when he kicked your asses long ago. Heh. But as a soul inscribed in humanity, I'm still as strong as 1,000 soldiers in my own right. You know what's funny? Now that she mentioned Hercules, I'm always surprised that Hercules is a 4-star servant and not a 5-star. I don't know. Just a little thing that I thought of. At least give us a 5-star Hercules that is very powerful, you know? I don't know.
Will that ever happen? I don't know. So come at me, steal phantasmals from the age of gods, and I'll lay you all to waste rest in no time. I can't believe I said waste instead of rest. Come on, let's do this thing! Fight time! Oh my, there's a lot! Use you. Okay, so who am I gonna take? I might as well take an alter ego for this one. And take a... I'll keep you, actually, because I need you. Melt could actually deal with both a assassin and a caster, so we should be good on that department. And Musashi should be good with the Lancers. And of course our foreigner for any baddie berserkers. I hope this would not be that tough of a fight, but we'll see.
Engage.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
I master. 大中中速度。えい。や。
Ow.
ロジャーカピー。切り刻む。大中中速度。シャッター。
Already got worried on that part. Can you not do that crazy Lima things? Good job, Melt! Can you not? Note to self, I need to put some command codes on her, but I don't know which ones I should put her on. And this is when I had to do this. Mother Miku. Well, we're gonna end up straight up getting him killed, so hey. Can you not? What? I was expecting it to be over. Ow. Well, Musashi, this is your department. Hmm.
OK
動輪の神髄お見せしましょう。
存分やっていいのね。僕は導く人の夢、人の望み届けよう。すべて遠き星の海へ。いつか僕らはたどり着く。ペイルブルートット。
南無天満山自在天寺仁王栗から昇天書。
Hopefully this kills this thing.
イシャナ大天書。
Good.
身も心も生きていた痕跡さえも溶かしてる。行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ。一息で飲んであげる。サラスバティメルトアウト。
任せて。なんの
楽しみましょ
That was a no-brainer.
空とはすなわち無の観念、無念無想すら断ち切らん。なんておごりすぎか私。
Nice. Also got one of those missions done of the New Year thing. That's interesting. Good. No one's in here. Wadomi's off to meet with Zeus. And since Chaldea is bound to show up to save Europia, the alter egos are sure to be keeping their eyes on them. Everything's coming together, just as planned. Don't worry about anything else now, Kodak. If there's ever gonna be a chance to ship through the data, this is it. You won't get another. I doubt they'll just let their whole plan lying around, but that's okay. I'll settle for anything they don't want me to know, even if it's just meeting logs. Anything that might prove a clue to the foreign god's true identity. There. The terminal's on. Okay, Wadomi, don't mind me. I'm gonna take a little peek at your files here. They're password protected. Figures. I don't have time to try to hack my way in. But let's see if I can guess your password. Cryptor. Shit, just my luck. Let's see, 7 characters. Hang on. 7 characters, 7 cryptors. What if... KKOASBD. No go? Huh. Wait. Maybe he used Peppecherino or Scandinaviana instead of Scandinaviana. Huh? KKOAPDBD. Seriously? I can't believe he... Nope. No time for that crap now. I'm sick of being a bystander in all this. For now, I'll settle for what you see. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do afterward. Now, what we got here? A regular scheduled report from Ophelia. Based on the date, this would have been when Chaldea had captured me. Yep. Weird. Why is this the only file saved by itself? Sorry about this, Ophelia. Okay, here we go. I'm contacting you in regards to the relationship between the Lost Belts and the Tree of Emptinesses. To clarify terms, I'm defining Lost Belt as an extension of the pruning theoretical phenomenon. An alternative history that could never exist on Earth as part of proper human history. Well, we're getting lore, that's for sure. For those who don't know the lore of the Lost Belt, most likely you get it right here. And the Tree of Emptinesses are the anchors holding these lost histories in place. This is witnessed by the fact that the Tree of Emptinesses and their respective Lost Belts are closely tied together. All Zerberdal data we have for the Lost Belts further syndicate this connection, leaving no room for doubt. As proof, we can look at the Russian Lost Belt, which is disappearing as I speak now, that its Tree of Emptiness has been cut down. The timeline definitely lines up. So the Russian Lost Belt disappearing is what definitely proved the connection between the Lost Belt and there's Tree of Emptinesses, huh? Yeah, that sounds right. However, the Russian Lost Belt disappearance only proves one particular trait about the Tree of Emptinesses. There is still one major mystery remaining about the Lost Belts. How do they fill in the gaps between when and they are pruned? When they were pruned from human history until they were replanted in the present day. That mystery is what I'm reporting on today. Reporting in on today, okay. The other day, I heard something from the king of the Scandinavian Lost Belt, Skahak Skadi, that points to one possible answer. Knowing that she's a god herself, it makes sense. I think she's a god. Is she? I don't know. She clearly remembers the events of a few thousand years, and does so as though it were perfectly natural. What's more, she did so even while understanding that the Lost Belts, including her own, were cut off from proper human history because of their continued existence, was deemed extraneous. Extraneous, I think that's how you said it. This means she is fully aware that nothing could have happened during the several thousand years between when Ragnarok took place and the present day. And yet, she and her Lost Belt all exist as though those several thousand years of lost history had actually taken place. Quite a contradiction. Okay. Of course, while we can't make any definitive statements based on one king's single passing remark, I do feel confident enough to propose my hypothesis. I got it. I suspect that the blank period between a lost belt was pruned and when it was replanted in the present day may have actually taken place inside each tree of emptiness. In Russia, that period wouldn't have been about 500 years. In Scandinavia, it would be about 3,000 years. In China, it'll be 2,200, and so on and so forth. To further explain my hypothesis, I suspect that the Tree of Emptiness would take the point at which a history's lost belt history is pruned, and that stagnate would happen. What would happen if that history had continued on from that point? By doing so, the trees effectively prove the history's existence, and the result is projected onto the planet itself. If my hypothesis is correct, that would mean the trees are essentially creating history, not rewriting it. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Not even the demiurge class divine spirit that once ruled the entire planet could wield this kind of authority on Earth in the present day. Wadomi, I mean, Lord Mr. K. Wadomi. Yeah, I can't say his name, so hey. Just what is the foreign god anyway? Even she wondered. The foreign god, huh? Guess you didn't know, Ophelia. Me either. No, it's not just you and me. None of us cryptors know what the foreign god looks like. All we know is there's something that resurrected us from our coffins in exchange for making us raise lost belts. Except Wadomi's the only one of us who heard directly what the foreign god's goal is. What's this text file over here by itself? Looks like some kind of note. Gotta say, Wadomi, between this and the easily guessable password, you're getting sloppy. Hang on. Is this really a plain text file? What is this? On the Tree of Emptiness and the Bleach Earth phenomenon, with the exception of us cryptors and the alter egos, the Tree of Emptiness are the only method the foreign god has employed to tamper with Earth. We therefore interpreted this phenomenon as significantly that it was the Tree of Emptiness that wiped Earth clean when they descended to the ground. However, after reviewing and reanalyzing the data taken from the Earth's surface, I am no longer so sure. To come straight to the point, we may have been mistaken. Oh? The Tree of Emptiness only appeared after Earth had been bleached. This order of events is crucial. I don't know which of the cryptors will end up reviewing this vial, but whoever it is, I hope they find it useful. Wow! So, if I have to make a guess, Wadomi purposely did that. Basically, would have the Ophelia file being viewable for anybody, as well as the text file. Huh? You're telling me the Tree of Emptiness only came down to Earth after it was wiped clean? But that doesn't make any sense! I thought for sure the Tree of Emptiness that wiped out Earth and humanity. But if Earth had already been bleached before the Tree of Emptiness showed up, then why make them? Or the Lost Belts at all? Wait. If the foreign god wanted to get rid of humanity, they wouldn't bother making the Lost Belts in the first place. If anything, it seems to me like the whole reason they want to see a bunch of different possible human histories is because they don't know anything about us. But then, why? Maybe the bleaching wasn't to wipe out humanity, but to make an environment they could set foot in. Maybe they only got rid of humanity because they had no other choice. Maybe a world covered in pure white, brand new textures, is the only kind of world the foreign god can visit. But then, if that were the case, the Lost Belt would only get in the way. So what are they? And the Tree of Emptiness is for? Good question. Keep going, Kodak. Damn it! I'm just going around in circles. There's still some crucial piece of information I'm missing. Just my luck. There's too many files on this terminal to find the data I need. And where are these folders scattered all over the place? Is this some kind of anti-hacking measure or something? Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to touch the big files, but at this rate, I'll have to copy everything. Ugh. Mother Miku, can you not do that, Cable? The foreign god. Also, seems that the thing decided to break. Give it a moment. Still not fixed. What in the world's going on? Give it a moment. Let me just fix this up. There we go, fixed. Mother Miku, I did it again. There we go. There's no question that they're the aggressor, and that they can't coexist with our history. As for the whole God thing, it's way more likely they're a new kind of life form we know nothing about. And God is just the best word we have for it. So why make the Lost Belts? Why use us at all? Is it because they still don't know much about Earth? Nah, that can't be true. That can't be. We're talking about being a being capable of wiping the whole planet clean in a second. Come on, Kodak. Think. There's no way the foreign god doesn't know the first thing about Earth or humanity. They must have done their homework, or they wouldn't have known to attack us, Chaldea, before making any other moves. So from that, can you tell that the foreign god is really, really cautious, which is why they're so careful about keeping their identity a secret? Zeus is omnipotent and psychinant, I don't know. So he doesn't bother to hide who he is. He also had no problem crushing any other form of dissent himself. The foreign god's not at that level yet, which is why they're still so careful about any information pertaining to them. That's it. The foreign gods got one major fatal flaw. They don't have a physical body yet. If they did, even if it was just a divided spirit or a terminal, they wouldn't have to rely on anyone else. Okay, got it. And that's why they enlisted the alter egos and us cryptors to be their hands in this world. Rasputin, Limbo, Muramasa. Why wouldn't a foreign being use heroic spirits from Earth? They might have dressed their alter ego disciples as dress up a little. But there's still figures taken from our history. Hang on. What if the foreign god can make use of things on Earth? No. It's not even that. They can only use things from the past. Things that used to be on Earth. At some point, the foreign gods plans on descending to Earth. At least, that's what they told Wadomi. And once a tree of emptiness is fully grown, it'll become the foreign god's body. So what happens after that? Maybe when the foreign gods descends and incarnates on Earth, they're going to base their body on the data about Earth, and we've been collecting for them. Yeah, that's not a bad theory. If the foreign god absolutely has to have local life forms, then they must be for output. No, wait, for reference. And from there, as long as the foreign god can guide the local life forms successfully. My, how very perspective. I see. It would seem that, given enough time, humans will indeed cease to be mindless reeds and start reaching conclusions of their own. I already know who it is. That guy. I used to laugh at the idea that a few cryptors putting their heads together could ever arrive at the truth. But now that I see how you've come to figure out the foreign god's true nature, it's clear that I underestimated you, Lord Kodak. Crap! An alter ego! Indeed, it is I, Limbo! He did. This simply won't do, Lord Kodak. No, it simply won't do at all! If you're going to Oh boy. Come on. If you're going to go snooping around like a spy, you really must be more prepared for the possible consequences. Don't you agree? Wait. Oh, I see. I suppose you were prepared after all. Well, I do beg your pardon. I didn't realize that flimsy little shield around your body was meant to provide meaningful protection. Bastard! Oh yes, I'm terribly sorry. It seems I've gone and punctured your little spell. And this wound being quite fatal, I'm afraid this is as far as you go. As much as I hope to see you again one day, that seems rather unlikely now, at last. Ah! You alter ego! So tell me, have you shared this pet theory of yours with any of the other cryptors? For example, I should assume Mr. K. Wadomi has reached the same conclusions as you have. But no, he hasn't! He never permit himself to do such a thing. He's very smart, after all. So he knows he'll be disposed if he should have arrived at the truth. That's why he kept his thoughts strictly as raw data rather than mulling them over and drawing conclusions. No wonder the foreign god chose him for their executor. Oh my, I do apologize. I completely forgot about the pain curse I had still embedded in my nails. No wonder you can't answer my questions then. How careless of me. Well then, pitiful cryptor, without a lost belt, it would seem this is goodbye. Well, that happened. Let's see now. Saber and Rider. And a Berserker. Oh boy. Here we go again. Changing you to you. And that should be good. Man, we have to deal with another Berserker. E. Definitely need to eliminate this thing. Ow! You had one job, 400 boy, oh! Are you serious?
速度えいやあ
はいはい
This is bad. Ow. Can you not do that, creature?
ロジャーカピー大中中速度ビーミーアップムーンショットスーパートイシャーパンチ
Well, these guys are gonna be dead.
覚えたよ
よーしそこ狙うからね
えいオーケー
ローリングの神髄お見せしましょう
僕は導く人の夢人の望み届けようすべて遠き星の海へいつか僕らはたどり着くペイルブルーパッパ
お願いパンダゴージャスハッピーエレガントきらめく特上アンガルパセブンカラーズ
Goodbye, Mr. Berserker boy.
南天満台自在天寿仁王栗から挑戦者行くぞ剣豪バット医者の大天将
I'm dead. Huh. I mean, why not? Hmm.
楽しくなってきた任せて覚悟なさい
Good job, Ishar.
空とはすなわち無の観念無念無想すら断ち切らんなんておごりすぎか私
Man, just a little more and I could finish that Mystic Code too, but don't know if I'm gonna get it done this time, but who knows. No! Every time. Man, I'm getting really exhausted, fun enough. I might actually consider doing it a 3-hour stream instead of a 4-hour. Like I said, not very 100% yet.
Wait a minute. Let me see something. I was wondering where that was. Man, a little more and then I get more of this done. Pretty sure I get this done off stream, of course. Let's see now, Alter Town. We're still in Alter Town for some reason. And there's only story on this one. Well, I gotta do what I gotta do. Section 19. There are a lot of noise down below. It seems Chaldea at an owl. Huh? Never seen. Is that? I don't know what's going on there. Have come to save the queen after all. Even so, I doubt this is a matter of mercy or affection. They are still set on cutting down the tree of emptiness. I'm sure this is just something of a pit stop along their way to the tree. Don't you agree? Kodak Zombius. Yeah, you're probably right. I wouldn't try to talk if I were you. With a wound that deep, anything you would say may end up being your last words. Well, I suppose it was I who asked the question, wasn't it? I do apologize. Kire, what are you doing? It's fine. Don't worry about it. At least I managed to close the wound. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Now, then, from here on, I suppose it all just comes down to how lucky you are. Ha! Good one. Are you going to kill me? No, I'm not. As one of the servants summoned by the foreign god, I have indeed been ordered to supervise the cryptors. But my orders really only apply to one singular cryptor, Mr. K. So regardless of what ideas you consider, or what sort of antics you get up to, you'll never be eligible for purging. Ha! Now you tell me. If I knew that sooner, I wouldn't have snuck around so much. Hey, that thing you said earlier. About Chaldea. You said they're working with a samurai woman now, right? You mean Yamamoto Musashi? I'm told she's highly abnormal, even for a heroic spirit. She was probably pretty abnormal as a human too. The only kinds of people who have saved someone from being executed just to let them die another way have to be either crazy or samurai. Maybe she's rubbing off on them. You know, Rasputin, they say that samurai don't fight or die for gods. Instead, They risk their lives for duty and loyalty and stuff like that. It might be derived from Confucianism or something, but still. A samurai, huh? That doesn't quite sound right. From everything I've heard about her, Miyamoto Musashi is about the furthest thing from a samurai. In fact, if anyone is rubbing off on anyone, I would guess it's Kaldea rubbing off on Musashi. That's so. Honestly, I don't really know what you're talking about. All I know is, the way things are going, this place is going to see some serious action. So what you gonna do, Rasputin? Me, I'm dead. Well, he's not dead, most likely. So, your strength finally gave out, Kodak Zombius. I'm not surprised, given how much blood you lost. I'm impressed you were able to walk this far after Limbo tore that hole in you. It seems I misjudged your mental fortitude. The pain alone from the wound he inflicts is enough to drive lesser people to madness and then death. How tragically touching. Perhaps this is your crypto pride at work, your determination to not let Mr. Kawadomi alone bear the world's burdens. How very boyish of you. Almost rebellious in your self-deprecation. Now then, while I do have to be present for the upcoming birth, I should have some time to spare before then. So, I suppose now is a good time as any to fulfill the promise I made to the Grand Duchess. Oh? And that is? Hey! There you are, Koyan Kasiria. I've been looking everywhere for... Is this a bad time? I've never seen you in such a foul mood before. What's wrong? The mouse and you are chasing and biting your prized tail or something. Well now, I'm amazed you can be so droll to such an obvious grief-sickening woman. You should reconsider your handsome playboy at Lord Bayo. I'm really not in the mood for jokes right now. Good, that works out nicely. I enjoy a nice round of batter as much as the next guy. But there's a time and place for that kind of thing. See, I don't know if you heard the fireworks outside, but now that they started, it's pretty clear that this lost spell isn't going to last much longer. Whether Lord Zeus crushes Chaldea or Chaldea ends up crushing Lord Zeus, the winners will inevitably gonna end up fighting over the Tree of Emptiness. In which case, it's only right I start getting serious myself. Don't you think? After all, you can't survive in this world if you can't stay on your toes. And I'm sure as shit not getting myself killed like Kodak did. Kodak's dead? Who killed him? Oh, come on. You gotta ask. Limbo, obviously. Guess he couldn't shake his urge to rebel against Mr. K. Too bad he got taken out like a chump. Of course, if he resigned himself to actually being a chump, I just killed him myself. Either way, Kodak is on his way out in the moment he came back from Russia with his tail between his legs. Poor little guy. You hate to see it. Yes. I suppose you're right. Borrowed gut. Womanly impurity. You might have the others fooled, but not me. You're a natural-born killer. You don't have enemies or allies. You're just a mad dog, always hungry for his next kill. Ouch! Judgmental much? What do you even know about me anyway? You kill people you find boring. You killed people who deserve to die. And you kill people whose deaths would be tragic. That's what gets you off. Jeez, that's a horrifying thought. So he's a serial killer. And I have no interest in dealing with a brute like that. They make for terrible cliente. I'm not going to bother asking what sort of prey you're looking for. So I suggest you relax and enjoy your time in this place until it falls to pieces. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to say my final goodbyes to Father Rasputin before. Don't be like that, Koyan Kasiria. Besides, I really think you're gonna you wanna hear what I have to say. You're looking for monsters that will never part of proper human history, right? Well, I can lead you to one that's really something. Like, say, a creature that managed to fend off the Earth's bleaching and still lives on today as a void path that stretches onto the inner sea of the planet. The one that goes on the name of Dragon of Aberian. Okay, let me take a look at this. I'm just curious, but I want to see what this creature is. I got a feeling it's linked to the King Arthur thing, because I got a feeling I know what kind of law spell is going to come afterwards. Because it was literally the banner that spoiled me that one. Let's see what we got here. In Britain, Aberion was known as a dragon, a mirage that guards the horizon or boundaries, which is said to be the gate to the other world, the land of hope. Oh! Okay, interesting. I had to take a good look. I won't go any further than that. What did you just say? Now we're talking. I thought that might get your attention, Vetch. I knew you were just as much as a sicko as I am. Honestly, all this talk about establishing a perfect age of the gods is a little too big for my brunches. So I thought I'd cut you in on something a little more life-sized. Don't worry, I'm not gonna call you a cowardly fox or anything. I know what you really are, after all. So here's my proposal, Koyan Kasiria. I'll find you something you really like. If, in exchange, you get me out of this lost belt. Interesting. Dealing with the devil, huh? In the end of the day, the guy just wants to survive. So that he could, you know, continue his killings.
So, Saber and Caster again, huh? And Foreigner, of course. And the funny thing is, I'm getting closer and closer to actually making her useful. It's only a matter of time. Okay, let's see. I think we are good to go.
Engage.
Okay, here we go.
Roger, I'm a Roger copy. 大中中速度。シャッター。
This might be my last battle because my exhaustion is starting to kick in.
大輪の花と散れ
Damn.
この奇跡は星のように
We dispatch those things pretty quickly. Hmm.
我が劇場のサビ
大中中
になる
速度。シャッター。
動くな我が劇場のサビになる撃て
大中中速度。えい。やあ。
マナーになっていない任せてそこを動くな大輪の花と散れなんの
Well, we. Well, it's just you, Mr. Olympus Boyo. Hmm.
アイマスター。
任せて
大中中速度。シャッター。
なんの
Hmm. Well, this is a particular instance that's gonna be crazy.
夏の話題を独り占めだな
Hmm.
任せて
セントール。フルスラッ
なんの
Goodbye.
覚えたよ。
よーしそこ狙うからね
Hmm.
準備
えい、オ
が良い
ーケー。
もう止まらぬぞお見せしましょう楽しむがよいこれが極上のアルローラあれは誰だリージョだローマだもちろんヨだよラウダレントムセンスイルス
Oh wow, it's not over for those guys.
僕は導く人の夢人の望み届けようすべて遠き星の海へいつか僕らはたどり着くペイル・ブルー・ドット
南天満山自在天神剣気にその騎勢を断つ我が勝負医者の大天将
I got a feeling there will be dialogue after this one, though. I got a feeling. What? I didn't think there was more. There was more to it.
聞こえますか
見せ場任せるがよい
What to do here? What to do?
マナーになっていない我が劇場の際にそう動くな大金の花と知れなんの 夏の話題を独り占めだな
風が来た
Well, I was hoping it would be a little more, but hey.
ロジャーカピー
待ってました
はあショット
なんの
You just activated Nero's trap card here.
オリンピア・プラウデーレ採点の席を上げよあ任せて劇場は海より来た講師双眼しかして流霊見るがよいこれぞ我がの歌うイルステリアスすなわちアーバン劇場で
He just activated another person set, Noble Phantasm as well.
届けよう
待ってました
僕は導く人の夢人の望み届けようすべて遠き星の海へいつか僕らはたどり着くペイル・ブルー・ドット
Dead.
空とはすなわち無の神無念無双すら断ち切らんなんておごりすぎか私
Good. Another bond for her. Yep, I had a feeling I had to read a little more. Olympian guards have joined the fray, and there are more hostile incoming entities. Still, they're not the only force to be reckoned with. That ought to take care of all the ones from the north. Aldi and Makaros, connecting to the remnants of Prometheus and Hephaestus
transmission network now! Linking space and transmitting matter. Prepare for instantaneous expansion. Alright. There's that spectral distortion. Come forth, Basidius. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Everyone get on board! Destination Great Orbital Shrine right above us! Preparing Cephesius for flight. I'm flaring beam cell. Releasing satellite safeties. All artificial gravity systems are green. Igniting reactor, firing the engine. All flight preparations complete. Makaros! Let's go! Cephesius. Cephesius. I don't know. Blackwing! I know I half-assed that one. At this speed, we ought to reach the Great Orbital Shrine in, well, under a minute. And we still have over an hour until noon. We're gonna make it, Master! Wait, something's coming at us from the ground! No, scratch that. It's more like 10, 20 somethings! Damn it! They just keep multiplying! Shit, it's a bunch of autonomous weapons and the Olympian soldiers using flight spells to catch up to us! Ha! So they're lining themselves up nice and neat for us, huh? That works out perfectly. I'm gonna blow them all at once to get them off our backs at those times that they slow us down. Hey twins, heads up! I'm taking over the craft. Huh? I can tell that this thing's scent is caught full of Athena's and Hephaestus' canonema. So now, I'm gonna use all the way up. I'm gonna use them all the way up. That's fine. If it's gonna let us shake off these pursuers, then please, be our guest. Hell yeah! Alright, here goes. Poseidon Maelstrom! The enemies are gone! Our pursuers have vanished! What? The hell? Why are you so shocked and so... why are you so... sound so shocked? I thought I could at least take at least 2 or 3 shots. Well, damn. I guess when I set out to do something, I don't screw around. Ah! Ha! I knew I was a great... it was in great condition. Come on, let's keep this up all the way to Zeus's domain. While I do appreciate the sea god's fury saving us, it seems that it done so at a significant cost. Indeed, the aircraft appears to be out of control. Damn it! I can't steer anymore. We're not gonna be able to make it to the altar. Still, if nothing else, I'm gonna make damn sure we are at least get to the orbital shrine. Well, it was a nice fought while it lasted. Oh no! We're about to crash land in the Great Orbital Shrine's perimeter gardens. Stay with me, senpai. You too, Fall. Fall!
Oh my. The things that we do in this crazy story. How much do we have on that one? Jeez, that's a lot, even for 20. We've gone pretty far, I'll admit. But oh boy, a lot of reading, I'll have to admit. Let me see. I feel like I'm at my limit right now. So I'll have to basically hold it off for a little while longer. We have to go with a cliffhanger for this one. I hit my limit for today, unfortunately. I will have to continue this some other time, that's for sure. So basically maybe one more FGO stream before we fight Zeus or something, who knows. I got a feeling we're gonna fight Zeus in the next bit, most likely. I got that feeling we're gonna end up fighting Zeus. But I'll have to save it for another time. I feel like I just hit my limit. Anyway, next stream will most likely be a Gex stream, of course. We're gonna continue doing that game, of course. Get that done at least. And next stream after that will be another Fate Grand Order stream. We're gonna keep going on this momentum after all, until one of them gets to be done, and then we end up changing a bit of the formula. Anyway, oh boy. I gotta say, a lot of interesting lore dumps there, that's for sure. Although it also exhausted my brain. Oh boy. I need a bit of a rest, if anything. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed stream. I'm going to have to make sure that I actually get to edit the thumbnails next after this stream, that's for sure. At least the thumbnails on YouTube. That or just first rest a bit and then do that. Because I got a few thumbnails in YouTube that I need to finish. Anyway, just a reminder, the vote is still going on for the emotes. So basically, you don't have much time left until the that is, you know, time to actually, you know, say the results. Basically, soon it'll be time for me to actually do the next emotes, and I have to draw them after all. The next two emotes, I mean. You can get the vote which emote you want to be made in here. Anyway, I'm gonna actually take a bit of a sleep. Well, not a sleep. I'm just gonna rest my head a bit, and then do whatever else. Maybe eat another burger, and then just call it a day. Who knows? Anyway, everyone, I hope you have a good one, and hope to see y'all later, everyone. See you, everyone.